I'm Amy Osher, host of Behind the Headlines for Naples Daily News. We're coming to you as breaking news today because of the Sievers case. So many people have been following it. Our reporter Jacob Carpenter was in the courthouse today for what was supposed to be a regular bond hearing, a bond reduction hearing. But a lot more came out of the hearing. Jacob, what happened?
Well, today we had the lead investigator in the Sievers case on the stand, and he described some of the details of the statement that Curtis Wayne Wright, Jr., who is a co-defendant in the case and who has agreed to cooperate with prosecutors, some of what was said in his statement with investigators, which included him saying that he was to be paid for participating in this homicide along with Jimmy Rogers, another co-defendant, that money would have come out of insurance money, about a little over $4 million that Mark would have potentially received, which he will not be receiving until the end of the criminal case. And so all of this is really the first public confirmation that we've gotten about the motivations behind this crime. Many of these things we suspected given what's known already, but this is really the first confirmation that we've gotten from the sheriff's office about some of the motivations and really about the statement that Curtis Wright has given to investigators as part of his cooperation and part of his plea agreement.
For people that aren't really familiar with the court processes, a bond reduction hearing, both sides may get up and say why they think the bond should be reduced or should not be reduced, but you don't always get so much laid out in terms of the case. So was this a little bit unusual?
Sometimes you get something like this, sometimes you don't. In this case, I think they released a little bit of the details so that they could make the case to the judge why there should still be a $4.43 million bond for Mark Sievers. You know, they want to make the point that they feel like they have a strong case, and because of that he shouldn't be released into the public, that he could potentially be a flight risk. And so sometimes these can be really quick with not a lot of detail. Sometimes they can get into a good bit of detail. This was kind of in the middle. They obviously could have said a lot more because they have a lot more evidence against all of the defendants in this case. But this was a release of a little bit of information that helps make their case of why he should stay in jail.
Okay, to recap, in court today, a deputy took the stand and basically outlined that it was in fact a murder for hire case, that Sievers did enlist his friend to kill his wife.